What's up, folks? Johnny Lee Reinoso here with Reinoso Global. That's right, don't admire, acquire. I hope you picked one up. If you haven't, go onto Amazon and check it out. Look, you're seeing this shirt on me, probably thinking to yourself, wait a minute, where's the button down? Where's the, Johnny's always wearing a button down. At least that's what I always get from people. You're always wearing a button down. Why don't you dress down a little bit? Well, this is me dressing down. But I wanted to wear this shirt specifically because there's a message that I want to bring to you today, right? It's all about capitalism. And here's why. We are dealing with an election time right now, right? We're walking into an election that's coming up right now. Trump versus Biden. And any way you want to, vote, whichever way you want to vote, I respect you. First and foremost, I respect you. That's the beautiful thing about this country. I respect everyone's opinion, everyone's ideas. And I think ignorance really stems from those who are not able to accept and understand the way others believe and think, right? At the end of the day, it's a choice. And I'm not here again to sway anyone's vote. But that being said, I happen to have this group that I work with a few entrepreneurs and some folks that actually are executives within organizations. And we were having this roundtable. We typically once a quarter get together to really go over some ideas and strategies and healthy debates and just really share information because, like I mentioned in other videos before, improve your network, you're going to improve your net worth, okay? So in this roundtable, if you will, we had a discussion around politics, specifically policies and ideas that stem from politics. And somebody asked me, what do you vote, Johnny? Are you Republican or are you Democrat? And again, these are a great group of folks that there really is no negative or malicious intent with that question. My answer to them said, look, sometimes, most of the time, I might sway Republican more so than Democrat for a few reasons, right? But as it relates to business, and because this is a group of folks who are business people, I said, I'm a capitalist. I believe in capitalism. I truly believe in free enterprise, but I believe in capitalism. And they said, okay, so if you believe in capitalism and you think about the benefits of capitalism, it really helps me in terms of, swaying, if you will, or guiding, which way I'm going to decide to vote at the end of the day, which is important. Because if you know me and you know my content, I'm pro growth, I'm pro personal development, I'm pro self-help, I'm pro goals. I'm all about improvement and exceeding and excelling and becoming who you want to become. So in order to have that ability to truly reach for the stars, or reach for the moon and land upon the stars, in order to have that opportunity to become who you want to become, in order for you to acquire rather than sit back and admire, then you have to have the platform in place. And to me, fundamentally, when you look at policies or ideologies, you really fall into capitalistic beliefs. That's where I fall into. That's where I associate. So I want to share with you why, because I think it's important, right? I want to share with you why I believe this and where it stems from. And at the end of the day, again, this isn't a sway, vote here or vote there, but I just want to bring this, especially to my young audience out there who are still in high school and college that are looking and following my content. I want you to start framing your mind and thinking about this. And I welcome any questions afterwards below. Put it on the video below here on YouTube. And reach out to me via email. Log on to johnnyleereinoso.com. You'll see how to get in touch with me. And I look forward to hearing from you. If you have any other questions or if you want a healthy debate, feel free. But anyways, I want to start off first I got some notes here that I want to share with you. But first, Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Okay, what is the definition of capitalism? It's an economic system characterized by private or corporate ownership of capital goods, by investments that are determined by private decision, and by prices, production, and the distribution of goods that are determined mainly by competition in a free market. Now, what does it mean by free market? Free market is an economy operating by free competition. So think about that, folks. Competition. I know you all love competition. I love competition. Well, I don't want anybody to compete with me in my business, Johnny. I really don't. No, competition is healthy. Competition is great. We'll get into the reasons why competition is good. But I know you love the fact that you get to go into Amazon and see 25 different companies selling a similar product labeled differently, probably manufactured slightly differently, but ultimately have the similar effects or whatnot if you were to buy that product. I know you love, like I do, the fact that you get to go into your supermarket and you have 4 different kinds of waters or 3 different kinds of sodas, 6 different kinds of paper, different manufacturers of tissue. I know you love that. That all stems from capitalism, the belief of having a competitive market, a competitive environment, a competitive landscape, right? So I want to break it down here. I have 1, 2, 3, okay? I have 1, 2, 3 specific areas that breaks down capitalism and why I believe it's great. And then I'm going to get into why I believe you're a capitalist yourself and why you enjoy capitalism. Capitalism makes the world cleaner. Do your research. Folks, do your research. It makes the world cleaner. How and why? These multi-billion-dollar enterprises, these conglomerates, these monster of organizations that are out there that have revenues that exceed the billions and billions of dollars. How can they sustain? Think about the word sustain. How do they sustain growth? And how do they sustain their business model if the environment doesn't support that? You see, they're not thinking about tomorrow. They're not thinking about today or this quarter. They're thinking about 4, 5, 10, 20-year plan, 50-year plan. So how do they, let's use Pepsi as an example. I have it up here. How does Pepsi stay in business if they need clean water? If there's no clean water, there's no Pepsi product. You need to have clean water. So obviously in their core, in their business model, and you can look it up, in the business model of these conglomerates and these huge multi-billion-dollar companies, they have a sustainable environmental initiative in place. An environmental initiative that helps the world, that helps where we live. And not only Pepsi, Tesla, Unilever, Whole Foods, these are just to name a few, that it's in their core to have social good. And this only is possible because of capitalism. Let me move on. Capitalism is the reason you are not a farmer. Look at your nails right now. Do you have any dirt in your nails? Do you have a sunburn because you were out there working in the farms? Listen, if you're a farmer, it's because you chose to be one, and God bless you. You must love it, and that's fantastic. But let's not forget that under the colonial America, 90% of the population, they were farmers. There weren't options. They were farmers. Not too long ago, well, it's about 120 some odd years ago, but not too long ago, in the 1900s, 40% of the population, think about this, 40% of the US population earned a percentage or the majority of their income be in the agriculture business, in the agriculture sector, in the industry. So right now, I'm standing here in front of a camera, shooting a YouTube video, doing all of this because somebody had the ingenuity. Somebody had the creativity. Somebody had the risk-taking mindset to go out and create a better way to work in the industry of agriculture. The technological advancements, the progress, all stemmed from capitalism, because you wouldn't be doing such a thing, creating such a thing, investing in such a thing, and having the ability to do such a thing if capitalism wasn't in the framework. It's the vehicle that allowed companies to have technological advancements and progress, making it possible for you and I to be in different industries. This is critical. Think about it. Think about it for a second. Let's move on. Capitalism is the main reason you won't be drafted. It's the main reason you haven't been drafted or I haven't been drafted. If you know me, you know I love my country. And you know I love those, I support those, and I value all of those folks who have joined the military, laid their life down for our freedom, and allowed us to live this beautiful world that we're in today. So hats off, I salute you, and I thank you for what you've done. But you've done that by choice. That's the beautiful thing. An all-volunteer military, thanks to who? to Milton Friedman. If you haven't looked him up, Milton Friedman, you got to look him up. You got to read some of his books. You got to read his literature. He's fantastic. Milton Friedman. Thanks to Milton Friedman, we have a choice. All of that is a result of capitalism and free enterprise. The ability to choose whether or not you want to join the military. If you chose to join, then thanks to capitalism. If you chose to not join, thanks to capitalism and free enterprise. Think about it for a second, okay? It's important, right? We don't have a government forcing us to go to the military, again, thanks to the arguments that were all based off of capitalism. So I wanted to share this with you because I feel like it's important for you to understand, because we all get to, especially the young folks out there, we all get to enjoy, you get to enjoy the life you currently have, but many a times we don't sit back and think, what actually led to the luxury that we have here today in our world, in our life, and in my life, in your life? What led to this? What sacrifice? Who? Where? Why? Okay? And in school, they don't spend enough time teaching us this. Think about it for a second. Just think about it. Now, my favorite part of this video here is to prove to you and why I know you love capitalism. I know you love capitalism. I have it actually right here. I know you love capitalism. Be honest with yourself. I know you do. And you want to know why I know you love capitalism? Because right now you're watching this on YouTube, or you're probably watching this on Facebook, or you're probably watching this on Instagram, or maybe Twitter, or maybe even LinkedIn. So the fact that you have the ability to log on to those wonderful applications, the great technology, the great social media platforms that are out there, all created from the ingenuity, creativity, risk-taking, entrepreneurial spirit of our citizens here in the United States, the folks that allowed us, the folks that created this, all stem from having the ability to do so because of what? Capitalism. Okay? So if you currently use and enjoy an iPhone, Netflix, Uber, Airbnb, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Amazon, those are all products. It's all of the result of risk takers with great ideas having the what? Freedom. I'm going to say it again. Having the what? Freedom. The freedom to test them in the marketplace. You see, if you don't have freedom to test it in the marketplace, then you don't have capitalism. See, the beautiful thing about capitalism, in my opinion, is that you have the freedom. And I'll leave you with this. Capitalism, and what do I want for my children? I have 3 beautiful children, okay? What do I want for my children? Right now, while I'm shooting this video, I have a 17-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 10-year-old. What do I want for them? What do I want for my future? What do I want for the future of our country, for the future of our children? I want them to have the following. I want them to have the freedom to invest, the freedom to buy, not be told, not be limited, but the freedom to buy. I want them to have the freedom to sell, the freedom to sell, a marketplace that allows them to sell their goods as they see fit, to capitalize on the supply and demand, to make money, to generate a profit. I want them to have the freedom to try to start a business, to try to invest in the market, the freedom to try to create and invent a product or a technology or a solution or a service. I want them to have the freedom to fail. The freedom to fail. That's why I don't believe in just giving support. Give support. If you continue to give in support, where does the responsibility lie? Where does accountability lie? I have many friends currently in this pandemic who were in the restaurant business, and the minute that this happened, this pandemic happened, they quickly pivoted and created wonderful do-it-yourself at-home products, utilizing their connections, utilizing their current purchasing power for certain products, allowing them to buy, quickly package a unique way, and then sell these do-it-yourself at-home cooking kits. Did they make the profit that they want to make? Did they achieve the revenue that they were achieving? No. Were they intelligent? Were they driven? Did they have a capitalistic approach to capitalize on what was happening and actually have a twofold, generate some level of revenue while still supporting and giving some great ideas and great products to the folks out there who had to be quarantined or stay home? Of course. That's called capitalism. That's called freedom to try and freedom to fail, because if it didn't work, they would fail. But then there are other industries or other folks out there who are sitting back going, well, because of what's happening, I'm just going to sit here with my hands underneath my legs, and I'm just going to sit and wait and see if I'm going to get another stimulus, or maybe I'm going to get another hand me out, or maybe someone's going to, some hero's going to come and just save the day because it's just not my fault. That's not capitalism. That's socialism. Let's think about it for a second. You want to be able to become a billionaire? You want to be able to become a millionaire? You want to be able to become who you want to become? You want to be able to choose whether or not you want to go to the military or not? That's capitalism. Let's recap the last 5 points that I love. Again, invest, freedom to invest, freedom to sell, freedom to try, freedom to fail, and freedom to succeed. That's why I wear this shirt, and that's why I affiliate, and love capitalism. It's all about free enterprise. It's all about opportunity for all. And thanks to this beautiful country, and thanks to what others have done in terms of sacrifice that allows you and me to have a chance to win in this game called life. Cheers, and thank you for stopping by.